Imagine this, it is 2025, not 1925, and you are scrolling through Twitter, now known as X, only to see the Delhi government proudly posting pictures of men climbing into manholes, half submerged in sewage. No protective gear, no machines, no dignity, just flesh and bones inside a death trap. This is manual scavenging, a crime under Indian law. And make no mistake, this is not one-off slip-up. A quick look at PWD Delhi's official Twitter timeline shows photo after photo of men entering manholes bare-handed, bare-bodied, barely treated as human. In 2025, the Indian state is still doing what it did in 1925, forcing Dalits to clean its shit, and now tweeting about it with pride. Hello, my name is Tejas and you're watching Honest Take, where we expose the truth no matter how uncomfortable it is. So go ahead, subscribe and hit that bell icon because some stories don't just deserve your attention, they demand your outrage. Manual scavenging, entering sewers and manholes by hand, was banned in 1993. Criminalized again in 2013, and in January 2025, the Supreme Court ordered an absolute ban in India's 6 largest cities, including Delhi. The punishment? Up to 5 years in jail, up to ₹5 lakh fine, ₹30 lakh compensation for each life lost in sewer. So, when the Delhi PWD proudly posted those images, it wasn't just bad optics, it was a crime. On Twitter, in full public view, with zero shame, and more chillingly, zero consequences. Over 80 Indians die every year while cleaning sewers or septic tanks. That's more than one every 5 days. Between 2018 and 2023 alone, 443 manual scavengers died. And these are just official numbers. We don't know the real scale of this menace. In Delhi, the same city, from that tweet, 94 people have died in 15 years, but only one conviction. So here is the question, when a Dalit dies in a gutter and no one is jailed, is it really an accident or is it murder by system? Here is the truth, they never say out loud. 97% of manual scavengers are Dalits. This isn't a job, this is generational bondage enforced by caste. Manual scavenging survives in India not because there is no alternative, but because our society, our governments choose not to use one. Despite Supreme Court orders, despite technological options, the system still shoves men and women, mostly Dalits, into filth, into death, into silence. It's not just a sewer they are entering, it's the lowest rung of the caste ladder. A place the rest of India refuses to climb down to. This isn't just about one tweet or one department. This is about the institutional rot that lets a government agency with full knowledge of the law glorify manual scavenging in 2025. No safety gear, no machine, no shame. What is worse? No outrage from the political class. The 2013 Act banned this practice. The 2025 Supreme Court ruling banned it again. But what's the use of laws when the same state that is supposed to enforce them is tweeting their violation? And what's the use of rehabilitation schemes when scavengers are neither given machines nor new jobs, just funeral money? Manual scavenging continues not just because of the law is broken, but because the society is unbroken in its belief that people from certain castes are disposable. Every time a man enters a manhole and we say nothing, we sanction it. Every time a Dalit dies cleaning our sewers and we don't demand justice, we become part of the system that killed him. This isn't a municipal issue, this is a national shame, and it should be our collective rage. If the government can post manual scavenging on its official social media without fear, if the public can scroll past that tweet without disgust, then we are not a civilized country. We are a caste colony with a sewage system. Manual scavenging is not a relic of the past. It's a daily crime, a caste atrocity, and a moral failure that we all allow it to continue. If a man dies in a sewer in silence, it's not just the man who is buried in the filth, it is our democracy. Shut the sewers, not your eyes. End caste, end scavenging. Force the system to mechanize. That's all for today's Honest Take with me, Tejas. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and never stop asking questions.